Psychotic doggy.
Morning
So
routine.
we're doing a recap of days 6 and 7 because what started off as a daily video vlog of the hormone reset challenge has turned into a catch up on the reset challenge just because life has been that crazy and just pretty close to impossible for us both to sit down at the beginning or end of a day and kind of go over what's been going on. So we're combining a couple of days together. So
We are. We figured we'd do it now before we continue in today's stuff because, yeah, we meant to do it yesterday. It just got crazy and it was a longer weekend. So I did finally get tired and was like, I'm done. No more. So I did rest. We're talking to you over breakfast instead of tea after dinner. It's breakfast. Still having tea.
that's what I forgot. I forgot my coffee. Urgh.
Go grab your coffee.
You get her for a minute.
Yes, you do. Let's see. So day 6 started out with. Now I can't remember. Let me look back at the pictures. Day 6 was not yesterday, but the day before that.
Day 6 was Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. Now all is well with the world.
Hold on. So Saturday. Oops. Some of these are starting to look alike. Let's see. Oh, that's right. So I had the veggie frittata for breakfast, and I had a matcha latte. And Wally had to leave before the veggie frittata was ready, but that was delicious. Would you agree? You like the veggie frittata? Lots of eggs.
Yeah, it was the first time I had the proper serving amount.
There was no
She
leftovers.
had 1/4 of the pie. I had 3/4 of the pie. Oh,
I was happy.
my stomach was very happy with that one.
And then lunch I had on the go because since the veggie frittata took a little while and it was definitely, more filling. I kind of did some yard work before we left to do more yard work. And I had the leftover chicken Cobb salad with the homemade ranch dressing that was gluten-free, dairy-free, so it was like a cashew-based. And I was surprised at cashews. I know I've seen recipes and just thought, that sounds gross. It was really good. I liked that dressing. That'll be a good one to have on hand for when we make like a ranch dressing that's dairy-free and gluten-free and healthy. And then I had some frozen mixed berries with a little bit of stevia on there to give it a little sweetness because that's kind of my sweetness in the day. And it tides me over.
Yeah, last night she really wanted chocolate, but the chocolate nibs she requested weren't sweet, so she was like,
I was wanting sweets last night. I think it's part of the not having something. And I had no berries yesterday, and that might be part of it.
Which made me realize I've been adding a little bit of sugar to my coffee because the particular bean I've been using is actually a little too bitter for me. So I'm a fan of straight black coffee, and this particular grind I can't do it. I have to have just enough.
Yeah.
And I got to get back to that because I don't like the fact that I'm putting sugar in it, but it's the only way I can stomach it. Well, not kind of weird to say stomach it, but it's the only way my taste buds can tolerate it.
Yeah, there you go. So then dinner, we both had a different meal because mine had mushrooms, which this one does not like mushrooms at all. Can you see the face? So he got steak and asparagus. And I think, did you get salad with that too? Or just steak and asparagus and soup or something? Or mixed
I think
berries,
it was
don't
just the
remember.
steak and asparagus, and then I ended up having some more of your leftover snack things that you're not allowed to have at night.
Because I've got sugar and stuff in them. All right, so what I had was, I didn't have the large portobellos. It was supposed to be portobello stuffed mushrooms. And so, and you could do it inside and then put them on top of roasted veggies. So what I did was I roasted some carrots and broccoli because that's what I had. I needed to go to the store, but that's what I had. And I thought, oh, that'll sound good. And then I did a little bit of fermented cabbage, because each day I'm supposed to do a tablespoon of fermented cabbage, either in at lunch or dinner. So I have to kind of swap. The portobello stuffed mushrooms I did deconstructed, so I chopped baby bellas up and threw them into the actual stuff that you were to stuff it with, and it turned out really, really, really tasty. So that I still have some leftovers of because it made 4 servings and I didn't think about cutting it in half. It's okay, I get more. All right, so that was that day. I think we had tea that night. And then I noticed, for me right now, my skin is starting to break out. And a lot of times for me, when my skin is breaking out, it's the toxins coming out. So this is definitely cleansing. I'm going to the bathroom a lot more frequently. That was like Saturday night. We were in service. Normally I can get through service and be fine. I had to go a couple times during service.
Yeah.
And it was just like, this is not fun. And I noticed I'm drinking a lot more water and trying to just keep hydrated because it's flushing my system.
Normally I'd have to have at least a cup of coffee to get me through services, just to keep my brain going and that. And Miss Boss Lady here wouldn't allow that, so I did. I think it was actually a black tea instead. It was
like 6 o'clock at night. You do not need caffeine.
Creature of habit, what can I say?
Yeah. You don't sleep well. There are studies. You don't sleep well when you have stuff that late. All right. So then yesterday for breakfast, you were already gone, but I made it for him to come back to and have when he got home for lunch.
Oh, that was an awesome lunch.
And so he got his leftover steak.
Smooth, not leftover steak. It was steak.
Oh, you got a whole steak.
Yeah, because I made 2 steaks and I had one for dinner, and then in the morning, afternoon after services and that, had a steak and what kind of smoothie?
This was a chocolate.
Oh, that's right.
Chip.
Yeah, that was
shake.
tasty.
It was very filling because it was a cup and a half. So it was one of these and like a half. These are pretty big cups. These are our smoothie cups typically.
These are Wally cups.
Yes. And so we had that, and then I had golden milk, which he wasn't a fan of. So I made extra for me for one of the other days that it calls for golden milk, because that can stay up in the fridge for about 5 days. So I made that because I had a quieter morning and I could do that before I went into work. So that's what he had for lunch. I had, and I actually didn't get to eat it, an apple, a green apple. I was so full from the shake. I worked on it until I got home yesterday. Even when I was grocery shopping, I was not hungry grocery shopping. Key thing, don't do that. Don't go shopping hungry. So I had my leftover deconstructed portobello stuffed mushrooms, and then I had that apple, that's what I posted, and then I had my carrots and broccoli, the roasted. So the apple I was hoping to have as a snack, because sometimes I've been starting to get a little bit hungry between lunch and dinner, depending on how late dinner is. So I thought, well, I'll take it for lunch, and I ended up not eating it. So then dinner last night, we had leftover butternut squash soup. I had my tablespoon
With
of fermented veggies.
No, it had turkey in it.
Yours does. I didn't have any in mine. So then, because Wally needs extra protein, so I gave him the ground turkey in his soup. So then we had the amazing zoodle dish, which is a walnut pesto zoodle dish. And it has nutritional yeast in it, which originally we had tried back in Iowa, and we did not like it. But this way, it was really good. I didn't notice it. So it was a basil and walnut base dish, and it was very creamy. It's one we'll definitely, when we're able to do our quinoa pasta, we'll put on that, because it was really good.
I think that's our new favorite.
Yeah, it would be really good with grilled lemon chicken. That's what Julie and Keith did, and they had this dish, and she had add some roasted broccoli in there and some lemon chicken.
Sorry guys, I'm still waking up.
Said it was
even
really
though
good.
I've been up for like 2.5 hours.
So yeah, and then diffuser wise, last night it's been what we've been doing. It's been helping.
It's to recap on that. It's 1 Lang Lang, 1 lavender, which still shocks me that this woman is tolerating that because she made me stop doing that in favor of Serenity a long time ago. And then 2 vetiver and 2 cedarwood.
Yeah.
And for those that think that vetiver takes a long time to come out of the bottle, I would say cedarwood is coming pretty close to beating it.
Shouldn't.
Which isn't a good thing.
Interesting.
Well, it's a fact. It may not supposed to, but
okay.
Next time I'll shoot some video how long this stuff takes, and you'll think it was slow-mo.
Yeah, so it's been, I'd say yesterday was the first day I actually had some sweet cravings, but again, I didn't have my berries. Usually I have an apple, the green Granny Smith apple, or some berries with stevia on it. I didn't have any yesterday. So I think that's kind of why I was craving it. And if I'm detoxing, like my skin breaking out, which isn't bad, it could be worse, then that makes sense, because a lot of times when your stuff's coming out, your body starts craving certain things. I don't normally crave sweets either. I don't usually go, I want sweets. So
yeah. And it's interesting, through this whole thing, the once or twice that I've cheated at work just because I needed more substance in my body, body rejected it. Later in the day, but it was stuff that had lots of processed crud in it. And all I thought of when I was eating it is, I'm just hungry and I need calories in me so I can bike home and have some energy. And then later, I paid for it.
Yeah.
So it's knowing that we have to up the, up the serving amount for me.
And that's fine. You're a man that's active and needs more calories. It's true. Yeah, I will say I'm impressed. I know yesterday was probably the first day I was just like, I'm done. But I had been shopping. I mean, I reached all my goals for our tracker for steps and calories. But by the time dinner was done and it was late enough that my body, it's been shutting down around 8, 9 o'clock. My body's like, I'm done. So normally I've been getting dishes done before that, and that didn't happen yesterday. So today it's going to be some yard work and dishes and a little bit of pampering, going to the chiropractor and acupuncture. And it's supposed to be really nice today. I'm really excited because then we'll get some more. We did some yard work at the lake for his grandparents this weekend. We'll get some stuff done for us and get some burning. I will say I've noticed I've had a lot more energy doing this, even if I'm detoxing a little bit. Sometimes I detox and I'm more tired. And I kind of did it the time frame. So someone had asked me, oh, did you just do it from, the 1st through the 14th of the month just to remember? That was part of it, but part of it was not, because it fell in with 2-week period that I normally start having symptoms. Like I know that's when my hormones get a little crazy and I get either nauseous or dizzy, or I get headaches or migraines, or I get really, really fatigued. So normally during this time, like the first 7 days, I've been impressed. I mean, I've stuck to it. I have had some temptations of seeing things going, oh, I want that, just because I was a little bit hungry. And then I've really been enjoying the food, and I think that's what's helping, is we're trying some new things almost every day or every other day, and we find things that we like. And then we're really looking forward to the smoothies. We've had this berry one before, but I think I made it correctly. I think I missed a step last time. And so it's been really, really tasty to do this and experiments. And there's some things that we're going to have in our normal rotation with food. I can definitely tell that. We're definitely eating more. I have never gone through, and I had journalists in my food journal, we've never gone through a bag of mixed greens in a week, or like technically less than a week. And then we went through our spinach in a week as well. So and I almost finished my arugula. And we had, there's a bunch of vegetables, zucchini. We went through, oh my goodness, probably 6 or 8 zucchinis, which normally I'm lucky if I get, we have 2 in a week or something. And it's not like we usually would have a vegetable with dinner, but we didn't always have it, might have it for lunch if it was leftovers, but we weren't putting it in smoothies and our greens and stuff. So it's really, I'm thankful for Costco. I will say that.
Yep.
Otherwise, this would not work on a budget. But yeah, it's been fun. I can't believe it's been a week. And today's day 8.
Yeah.
So we are excited for today. I may make the lettuce wraps for dinner tonight just because we'll see. I know we both have stuff going on this afternoon, so it may not work out to actually make lettuce wraps right now. So we'll see. Yeah. You good?
Yeah.
Any other thoughts? Have you noticed any difference for yourself or with me?
I've been so distracted with work stuff because we're doing budgeting plus 2 and 3 year plans, and for those in the church world, it's getting ready for Holy Week, and so I can't say that I've noticed a difference other than the usual, if I cheat, I pay for it later, but with having the smoothies in the morning, I can actually stomach them. Except for that first day when we made the mistake of freezing the smoothie, and I wasn't able to actually eat my breakfast till noon.
Yeah.
And then at the very bottom there was still a section that was frozen, but
yeah.
So
if it
I think
does not advise to freeze, do it.
I think we are definitely going to be incorporating the smoothies. I'm hoping on a daily basis, or pretty close to it.
And the frittata, mixing that in there.
I'm just thinking the smoothie, because the smoothie's super easy for me to drink down and get something in my system.
Yeah.
Because it's very convenient when I drive into church, but then when I bike in, it's easier for me to get down before I jump on the bike. So yeah, we will I did a mini video of us actually making part of this smoothie, so we will post that later today or tomorrow. So I'm gonna put a link in this video to that one. And we've got a whole playlist going of this challenge so far. So if you like these, be sure to like them, subscribe, hit the bell so that you get the updates on the new ones, because we're trying to shoot now for every other day just because of busyness of life. And
we'll still try to do every day, so our mind's on it, but if our end goal is at least every other day, then, because we know
life and computers and internet are only so fast. So
and our life gets,
and be sure to check out the website, the essentiallifellc.com, where a lot of this is being linked in. We're working on incorporating the videos and all that we do in there in a way that makes sense and is super helpful to everybody that asks us questions. So be sure to put any questions you have in the comments, and let us know if there's any particular topics you'd like us to cover, and we can make future series out of those.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to show you the book one more time. I know we've shown this
shout
before.
out to Mariza Snyder. I just wish, I haven't actually seen the inside of the book myself too much, so if it's in there, thank you, but if it isn't, could you please suggest portion amounts for those of us that burn a lot higher amount of calories than the average Joe? Because
it's probably in here.
But anyways, that was the book.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Adios.